Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us today for the webinar entitled 2016 SME Annual Conference, an Expo Sneak Peek. My name is Jackie Dorr, and I will be serving as the host for today's session. Today's webinar is presented by Patrick Gorman, the 2016 SME Program Chair and Principal Civil Engineer at AECOM. He began as an SME student member prior to becoming a professional member in 25. Also joining us during the Q&A session will be Tara Davis, SME Programs and Content Manager, who will field any questions that Patrick might not be able to address. Now I am pleased to turn this control of this session over to Patrick.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks for tuning in today. As Jackie said, I'm Patrick Gorman, and I have the honor of being SME's 2016 Program Chair. Professionally, I'm Principal Engineer, Civil Engineer here at AECOM in Tucson, Arizona, where I graduated from school and have never left. And I've worked in the mining industry for the past 20 years or so, and hope to continue to do so. So today I'm going to provide you some general information about the upcoming annual meeting, offer you a peek at some of the best technical sessions we have planned, highlight some of the great special events that are scheduled throughout the annual conference, and acknowledge our sponsors who make the conference the great professional and business event that it is every year. So first, let's get started by covering some general information about this year's conference. It will be held in Phoenix, Arizona in less than 2 weeks from now. In terms of attendance and exhibits, as of February 2nd, we have more than 4,000 confirmed registrations. We typically see around 2,500 on-site registrations during the event, and we have been growing about 5% per year. However, due to the stagnation in commodity prices, we are expecting a slight reduction in the overall attendance at the annual conference this year. But, we're still expecting that the final total of attendees will be around 7,000. That said, the exhibit floor is nearly sold out with 897 of the available 900 booth spaces filled. With 900 exhibit booths this year, be sure to bring your walkie shoes. You're going to need them. The list of exhibitors has been included in the Mining Engineering magazine. If you're already a member, you received that. So take a look and see if there's some you know, and there's also at least 100 new exhibitors this year. Also, I'd like to point out the specialty pavilions, the International Recruitment and the Colorado. The recruitment's always a great place. That's where you see a lot of the younger engineers that are coming into the society, looking for jobs, getting out of school. It's also just a great place to meet people you might know from your school. Well, as they say, there's an app for that. If you use a smartphone, a tablet, or both, be sure to download the official 2016 Annual Conference app. I've used the app from prior years, and if you have too, you know how useful it is in navigating the conference. It's your personal guide to the annual conference, showing you the event calendar, technical program sessions and locations, exhibitor list, and exhibitor floor plan, and a whole lot more. I also want to point out that this year's app is different than the prior years, which automatically uploaded content. So you will need to upload the new version of the app. Not hard to find. You can get the app by scanning the QR code that's shown here. I'll pause in case anybody's pointing their phones at it at the moment. Or going to the app. Well, I'm not going to read that whole thing out. HTTP, app core apps, etc. SME. What you really just need to do is simply search for SME 2016 in the Apple or Google App Store. I assume everybody who wants to scan that has. So SME has a membership booth that's always at the conference. As always, SME is offering 2 specials for non-members who join SME during the meeting. If you're already a member, you can stop by the booth and just say hi. The SME staff are a great resource for answering general questions about the conference and always happy to help. I personally have relied upon them sometimes during the conference when I need to do something for work or whatnot. They seem to help me identify where I can get the resources, such as where are the printers, where can I fax and scan something, etc. They have that sort of information that help everybody navigate their professional and the professional and daily lives. So they also have a new member reception. It's going to be held on the Monday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at the Convention Center. You can see the room is West 105. So if you joined SME in 2015 or 2016, we invite you to join us for appetizers, drinks, and networking at the new SME member welcome reception. The best thing that I find about attending the conference every year is that it's a venue to reconnect with colleagues and clients, as well as the opportunity to expand my professional network. As a new member, this event is simply a fantastic leg up sort of opportunity for new members that will help kickstart the process of them finding the exact same value. One thing that SME supports is mentoring. SME is excited about its online mentor matching program. Mentoring is a powerful professional development tool, is an effective way of helping people progress in their careers. It's becoming increasingly popular as its potential is realized. It is a partnership between two people, mentor and mentee, normally working in a similar field, sharing similar experiences. It's a helpful relationship based upon mutual trust and respect. For details of the program or to sign up to be a mentor or a mentee, go to smenet.org/mentor. Well, student activities at the site, you can see we have at least 4 of those listed there. Freeport-McMoran always has a great student mixer, incredibly well attended. And there are always plenty of activities for other activities for SME student members. We've listed these here, but I invite you to check the program for updates. SME Bookstore. We've got a lot of new books. So go ahead and stop by the SME Bookstore located near registration to browse books from the most prestigious book publisher in the industry. Some of the newest titles are listed here, but there's others. And be sure to come by to the bookstore early in the week as supplies are limited, and they do sell out of some of the more popular titles. This is also where full registrants pick up the conference proceedings on the USB drive. This year contains more than 170 of the best technical manuscripts from the conference. So if you've seen a presentation at the conference that you really enjoyed and that you have other questions or would like to know a little bit more about, that's where you're going to find it. Well, so speaking of the technical sessions, you need to keep an eye on them. That covers the general meeting information. So now I'll move on to discussing the technical session highlights. There's a lot of them, so I'm just going to summarize. Starting with our keynote session, titled Guarding Against Normalization of Deviance. And our presenter is going to be Colonel Mike Mullane. Colonel Mullane was born in Texas, but spent much of his youth in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he currently resides. Upon his graduation from West Point in 1967, he was commissioned in the United States Air Force as a weapons system operator aboard the RF-4C Phantom aircraft. He completed 150 missions in Vietnam. He holds a Master's of Science degree in Aeronautical Engineering from the Air Force Institute of Technology and is also a graduate of the Air Force Flight Test Engineer School at Edwards Air Force Base in California. Mullane was selected as a mission specialist astronaut in 1978 in the first group of space shuttle astronauts. He completed 3 space missions, logged 356 hours in space aboard the shuttle's Discovery, Atlantis, before retiring from NASA and the Air Force in 1990. Mullane has been inducted into the International Space Hall of Fame and is a recipient of many awards, including the Air Force Distinguished Flying Cross, Legion of Merit, and the NASA Spaceflight Medal. So what is this talk going to be about? Well, you can see it there on the screen. I'll just read it for those just listening. It covers the normalization of deviance in a long-term phenomenon in which individuals or teams repeatedly accept a lower standard of performance until the lower standard becomes the norm. Usually the acceptance of the lower standard occurs because the individual/team is under pressure, budget, schedule, etc., and perceives it will be too difficult to adhere to the original higher standard. I think it'll be an interesting keynote talk, as it's something that applies to everybody, no matter what field or venue they work in. I think it's something that we all experience and need to address. So our technical program features multiple categories, and this is a quick summary of the general categories that we have for each of the presentations. I'll just pause for everybody to take a look. We have 121 sessions spread over 3 days, so that's inclusive of an afternoon session, and then 2 sessions, a morning and an afternoon, on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday is just the afternoon, Tuesday and Wednesday are morning and afternoon. Within those 121 sessions, we have 751 presentations and 171 preprint manuscripts. 10 of the presentations have been selected for content capture. That's a recording of the presentation that will be accessible later on the SME website. Additional statistics on this is you can see how the number of sessions and papers are divided among the individual divisions. I am also the incoming chair for the environmental division this year, and so I'm especially proud of ours in that we have 16 sessions. It's a record for our division, and I think it shows an increase of awareness of that. However, that said, there is very strong showing in many of these divisions, including the 10 for the health and safety division, which is new. So I'm going to bring forward a couple of the sessions that are of note. However, I encourage everybody to take a look at the sessions listings that are on the SME app, but also in the booklet that you will receive when you register on site. So this is just a sampling of some sessions that many of you may be very interested in. One that's of particular note is accessing capital today. And you see that's not necessarily tied to any one of the divisions. It's something that's coming, I believe, out of SME chapter in New York. Additional ones shown here. So beyond the technical, we also have some special events. We'll call them the can't miss special events because, hey, it's part of the whole expo and conference. Starting off with the SME Foundation Gala on Sunday, February 21st, starting at 6 p.m. in the Valley of the Sun Ballroom at the Sheraton Downtown Hotel. This year it has a golf theme. I personally asked, well, what does that necessarily mean? And I was told that means that there'll be some golf theming to the decorations. There'll be some putting greens. I don't know exactly what the awards are, but there's also, as far as dress goes, you can expect anything from a black tie to golf pants. I've yet to determine exactly what I'm going to be showing up in. In any case, it's going to be a bunch of fun activities, and you'll see a lot of your friends, and also it contributes to many of the worthwhile foundation programs. We also have a spouse guest brunch, recognizing the fact that some of us, our significant others, aren't necessarily involved in SME directly. However, there's still something for them to take part in. And this annual brunch provides an opportunity for spouses and guests to relax and connect with other SME spouses or other spouses of SME members, while their other halves are attending other functions. So wives, husbands, and significant others are all welcome. It's a wonderful time to meet new friends and connect with others. And that's going to be on Monday afternoon. We also have the Women of SME Breakfast. And that is on Tuesday morning. And then on Wednesday evening, we have the SME AIME Annual Dinner. And that's at 6 p.m. at the Sheraton Grand in Phoenix in the Valley of the Sun Ballroom. So this is the culmination of the annual meeting with the SME AIME Awards Dinner. This year's SME Award recipients are listed on the following slides. These are the awards. Our awards and their recipients represent the highest levels of commitment and expertise that have come to symbolize the vitality of SME as a professional society. There's also awards that are conferred by the individual divisions. Here we have the Coal and Energy Division and the Environmental Division awardees. The new Health and Safety Division awards, as well as the Industrial, Mineral and Aggregates and Mineral Metallurgical Processing divisions are shown here. And these are the awards that are given out by the Mining and Exploration Division. They're one of the largest divisions of SME. Freeport-McMoRan is the official 2016 meeting sponsor. We thank Freeport-McMoRan for its support, not limited to the sponsorship, but also including supporting employees who attend and author papers or chair sessions and contribute to committees. Freeport is based in Phoenix, Arizona, right around the corner from the conference. And even though, and they provide over 100 attendees to the conference on an annual basis. And I know that we have at least 2 or 3 of their employees chairing sessions and a few more giving talks within the Environmental Division, as well as other division sessions. There's our gold level sponsors also include Freeport-McMoRan, but also Caterpillar, Naptech, Newmont Mining, Barrick Gold, and Hecla Mining. We want to thank our gold level sponsors listed here. The next level of sponsorship is the silver sponsors. Many of our sponsors also have exhibit booths, so be sure and stop by with your personal thanks. And we also have a bronze level. Supporting sponsors, all these listed here, also provide for the backbone of support for the conference and expo. Again, all of our sponsors supporting bronze, silver, gold, they all deserve the appreciation for supporting the conference. So that's it for the 2016 conference. So mark your calendars. We're going to be in Denver next year, February 19th through the 22nd. I can't promise that the weather will be as great as it is this year, but Denver is always going to be a great venue. So start planning now so you can warm up to the idea. So I'll be happy to answer any questions that any of you may have. You can submit your questions to the SME host using the Q&A chat panel located on the right-hand side of your screen. The SME host will compile the questions, read them aloud so that everybody can hear them, and then you'll hear the answers. If there's anything that I can't answer, Tara Davis of SME will join in and help me out.
Thank you so much, Patrick. That was a terrific session, and want everybody to know that this is being recorded, so you can review the session again once it's posted on the SME website. And perhaps you'd like to look at it again before you visit Phoenix and set your session calendar. Our first question is, will we be able to receive a copy of all the technical papers of the sessions?
So the preprint papers will be included in the USB drive that comes with your registration. They are highly sought after. It's always great to get to the bookstore early, get your copy. I don't think I've never showed up and had them run out, but perhaps I was just lucky.
I would just add to that, Patrick, that yes, if you're a full paid registrant, you receive a ticket to redeem at the bookstore for your full copy of the USB drive that has all the manuscripts on it. However, not every presentation has a manuscript attached to it. I think everybody saw your slide that said there was about 700 presentations, and we have about 170 preprint manuscripts. So in your pocket program, next to each abstract, if there is a manuscript for it, there will be a number, and it'll be 16, that's for the year, hyphen, and a number, and that you can relate that to the number on your USB drive for that manuscript. If there's not a number there, we don't have a manuscript for that presentation.
Thanks, Sarah.
Super. Thank you, Tara. The next question is, I'm not sure if we can answer this quite yet. Are there many registered attendees from Chile?
I don't have that level of information. I do know that we usually get quite a few from South America. We do have, I believe it was the slide that said we have 10 presentations from foreign nationals. Does that sound about right, Tara?
Yeah, I think there's more than that.
30 countries. Presentations from 30 countries. That was it.
We always have at the annual conference quite a number of attendees from Chile. But I don't know the exact number right now. Same with Peru. We've got good representation coming from Peru, but I don't know that exact number. If someone would like to know that exact number, maybe we can get a name offline. Jackie probably has it, and I can email that to you what the number is at this time. Of course, it'll probably go up a little bit following the meeting.
Thank you, Tara. And the next question is another registration question. And it reads, I have an online registration, but how do I obtain my name badge once I get there?
Well, that's great. If you've registered online, when you first walk in, you'll see the registration booth. Not sure exactly how it's going to be assigned this year, but typically it's by last name. If you've pre-registered, you'll show up and tell them your name, and they'll find you your information. At that time, they'll give you your name bag or your name badge, any tickets to events that you might have purchased, a free tote to carry many of the things you'll be picking up at the expo, and oh yes, and your pocket guide for the technical program, among many other things. Tara, did you want to provide any additional information I might have overlooked?
No, that's exactly right. We do have, at the annual conference, we have a couple of self-serve kiosks, and if you have your confirmation receipt, I believe it's got a number on there, you can do it, I think it's like the airlines. You can use your number or your last name, and you can print out your own badge, and then go ahead to pick up your bag and all the materials. But there's plenty of help at the counters as well, so whatever works best for you at that particular time so that you're not standing in line too long.
But I would say that those lines are never too long. It's there's a lot of people there to help and help move the process along, and plus it's always good to chat with the people working the desk.
We try and keep the line short, so thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
And that appears to be the last of our questions. Patrick, would you have any last comments you'd like to make?
Well, I would just like to say that, as Jackie said, I've been involved in the society the National Society for over 10 years. I think it's a fantastic society to work within. It's I like to characterize it as being a very welcoming, open society. They're always looking for people to get involved, people with motivation to take part and help build it. Oh, well, let's just summarize it. I look forward to seeing you all in Phoenix. If you see me wandering around the halls or scurrying from session to session, just stop me and say hi. And hopefully you travel safely.
And we hope to see you all in Phoenix. Thank you and take care.